Man, I'm so excited for tonight. I get to be the host of Roofr Spotlight, and I have a special guest tonight, Nick Capobianco. What's going on, Nick?
Not much, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm out here in Omaha, Nebraska, being a part of Roofr and showing everybody at this roofing conference what we're up to. Man, thank you so much for agreeing to be the spotlight guest. I reached out several weeks back and I was like, Nick, will you be on the spotlight? So, but I'm excited for this one, and then you guys make sure that you tune in next week as well. We'll have Josh Van Dusky from Atlas next week.
Ooh, Josh is
So,
a beauty. He,
yeah.
as us Canadians say, an absolute beautician.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah.
So, man, tell us a little bit about your job title, and a little bit about what got you to where you are today.
Yeah. I'm Nick Capobianco. I am the sales team lead here at Roofr. I'm a roofer by trade. Been roofing since I was a kid. Dad's a roofer. Uncle's a roofer. So, at 12 years old, I was told, "Let's get to work." It was the summer of grade 7. So went out super early, child labor in full effect there. But I got out there, started laboring as a kid. The bundles were heavier than me at that point, so having to carry the old organic asphalt up the ladder. And then started from there, went into shingling, metal fabricating, sales, running a company with my dad and crews and production and everything. And then about 6 years ago, my cousin, Richie Nelson, who is the CEO of Roofr, came to my house. We were on my patio, and he said, "I got this idea." And he told me the vision for Roofr at the time. And I was just looked at him and I was like, I don't know how to do any of this tech stuff, but
Yeah,
I think you got something here. And like, I think that's what it is. And he met Kevin, our CTO, our co-founder, and started it up, and bam, I was in.
well, let me ask you this. I mean, being a Canadian roofer, like, do you like felt or do you like naked deck?
Oh, let me tell you, it's even crazier. So like ice and water wasn't
Yeah,
code, and think about that. With the amount of ice that we get up here, ice and water in Ontario, in Toronto, where I'm from, wasn't code for, like, I would say, until I can't remember the exact year, but I was like 16, 17. So it was like 2006-ish.
yeah,
That it wasn't code. And then still to this day, know what they have changed. So it's not code yet in the GTA or in Toronto for synthetic. But what it is code is it's the manufacturers that actually took up and were like, yo, we need to do something here.
yeah.
But what it was like, manufacturer had a warranty. Their warranty was based on the pitch. So they would say that if it's above a 612 pitch, you do not have to put on the synthetic. If it's below a 612, it's recommended and highly recommended at that. But that's
I still
the
see
crazy
it naked
thing.
all the time, right? So,
Oh man, you could bang on a roof real quick without having to put felt on.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. What do you like to do in your spare time? We're gonna get into some really serious questions here in a second, but
Ooh,
what do you like to do in your spare time?
great question. If anyone in my personal life or work life is watching, the
Clarissa's
true
watching.
answer is work. I'm a horrendous workaholic.
Yeah,
I've gotten a lot better at it, but I really do enjoy what I do. I
yeah,
enjoy this industry and everything, but I also play a lot of sports. I play music. I love film and TV.
yeah.
So I do a lot of that stuff as well. But I will say sports. Sports is big. I'm a huge soccer player, hockey player, and all that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I know that about you, and I also know that you get in trouble for working past a certain time at night. So,
Consistently.
yeah, no doubt. We had some big news at Roofer yesterday, and I was so excited. I was on an airplane, and I
Roofr
couldn't.
ABC.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to post it, and they were like, "You can't post it until 8:35 a.m. Eastern time," and I was like, I'm waiting for 8:35 to push the post button. But if you guys aren't aware out there, yesterday Roofr announced our Series A Plus at We raked in $23.5 million in investor money, and we're looking forward to a new partnership that formed out of that investment with ABC Supply. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's super exciting. It's something that I know you too, but like I've
Yeah.
been just waiting to scream this from the rooftops, no pun intended, for since we first heard about the investment and everything. So I'm super excited. I know our team is as well. This is really going to help bring into what we've always been looking at, is really creating something for roofers to kind of streamline their businesses, keep down costs, and kind of grow their company.
Yeah.
And who better to do it with than the biggest supplier in North America? They are the kings of the industry, which is really exciting. And
Yeah.
what is really exciting about it too is like, if you look in the comments on like Roofr and stuff like that, just in social, everyone talks about how we listen to customers.
Yeah.
And I just did a master class with Pete Tuesday, which was 2 days
Shout
ago.
out to
Yeah,
Pete.
Pete, and one of the comments was like, "Hey, you keep on listening to us, so thank you." And now this is just going to be able to listen to you guys, but go faster and build the tools that you need and want. So it's pretty exciting stuff coming down the pipe.
Yeah, you know what? It is exciting. We've known about this for just a little bit, and it's been an exciting beginning part of the year working together with ABC to get this to where we've gotten it. And shout out to the other investors and people who believe in Roofer as much as we all do. But you know what? I want to know, why do you care so much about the roofing industry and being a nerd for roofers?
Yeah. I'm a nerd for things that I'm like that I just fall in love with.
Yeah,
And I fell in love with roofing before I started roofing.
right.
So my dad started his company in 1994,
Sure.
and growing up around it, I used to go to the shop and always was proud of myself when I was like 10, 12 years old. Like, I know all the colors. I know all the colors to this product. I know how to install it. And I always loved being a contractor. I helped my dad build our first house and all that stuff. So it's definitely in my blood. But like, my dad's a roofer. Richie, my uncle, Richie's dad,
Yeah,
roofer. My uncle Brian's a roofer. Like, it goes deep into my family. So it's not just like something that we thought of that we're like, hey, we can make a cool product here and make some money and stuff. It's like, no, it's literally in our blood. We
yeah,
bled on the roof. We've like done everything. We've built everything on the roof. And it's something that I always look at it from a perspective of like, I'm not just helping roofers, I'm helping
yeah,
my dad who uses our product, my uncles, and all that stuff, and able to make their life easier so that they can spend more time with their kids, they can grow their business, make more money, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
I'm obsessed with it. And now it's so cool. Like, the one thing about social, it just opens it up. Like, the amount of stuff that I learned from when we first started Roofer 2015, 2016, from me having to learn, like, you're supposed to put synthetic on a roof. No, I'm kidding. But like, me having to learn like all
yeah,
like codes in different states, different counties and everything, learning about the insurance process. And you could do that all by just being in these forums online and learning and getting to meet these people. I've made great friendships with like John Broge, Corey Combs, Mike
yeah.
Stearns, like guys like that, those are true friendships. So anything I can give back to this community, that I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, I know that about John and Mike and all of the people
Mhm.
that we've partnered with. But it's something to be seen for sure. And let me ask you this. Why should somebody use Roofer? Why should they spend their money on our technology when there's other people out there that are doing something similar?
Great question. It's a really good question, because if you think about it, there is so many cool and really good products out there.
Yeah,
Like, we're great, obviously, but like Sumo's fantastic.
yeah,
Job Nimbus, like a lot of bunch of company. Love, shout out to Tom at Roofscope, good guy as well.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, we package everything together. We know what it's like to kind of be paying for 5 different subscriptions with 5 different companies, having to train your team and try to replicate that training when you got to train 5 different products.
yeah.
And then
And you
also
also have 5 different bills.
5 different bills monthly or annually, all that stuff. So it really adds up, and it's cost prohibitive to grow your company. Already roofing is a hard enough industry to grow in. Like 98% or 95% of us do not make it past that 5-year mark.
Yeah.
It's like 80% don't make it past the 2-year mark. And a part of that is not just because it's such a cutthroat industry and it's hard work and everything else, but it's cost prohibitive. There's a lot of overhead that you have to deal with insurance, with rates, with pricing changes, all that stuff, gas in general. Like it catches up. So
Salaries.
yeah, all that stuff
Yeah.
is there. All I would say, if like for you, if you're a roofer and you're thinking about roofr.com, or you've heard of us or haven't heard of us, just check it out, because we have some of the best measurements in the industry. We have one of the best proposal tools in the industry. Our CRM functionality is fantastic. Our instant estimator tool is proven to get you more qualified leads. And coming soon with some other cool tools, we're really kind of surrounding yourself with a one-stop shop for you to grow your company.
Man, that's a great explanation for sure. I've seen some comments come in, like Nick's a stud, and Jalen Crisp says that you play Minecraft.
I
What's
wish.
up, Jalen? How's it going?
Jalen, fun
Yeah,
fact about me is, what's up, Jordan? Fun fact about me, I stopped playing. My friends are all gamers,
yeah.
massive, massive gamers. I stopped playing video games with PlayStation 1.
Oh wow.
I bought a PlayStation 2 so I could play NHL 2006,
Yeah,
and that was the last video game I bought. I wish I was into video games, because I know like
yeah,
the story and everything, and I'm such a huge film guy. I wish I
yeah.
was more into it. Never caught the bug, man.
You know, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'll say this: my kids, they are playing Fortnite when they're not outside,
Yeah.
like 12 hours a day. And then also, shout out to my wife, Karina. Karina is a professional Halo player.
What?
Yeah, she plays professionally. We have 3 Xboxes in our house, and then I also am an expert at Rocket League.
What?
Yeah, I've been playing Rocket League for several years now. But you know, Karina is just a beast, man. She's such a great gamer. I was
I
like,
just
how
want
do
to do
you?
the chant now. The
Yeah, right.
oh.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's fun to be in a family full of gamers for sure. But let me ask you this. In all of my spotlights, I do this question.
Mhm.
I ask the same question of all of them, and it's roofing is blank, and I want to know what that blank is to you. Roofing is blank.
I like this question. I've
Yeah,
heard some good answers. So
yeah,
I'm thinking right now, because I've watched all the spotlights. So I'm trying not to
yeah,
repeat some of them. Um,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with roofing is essential.
Roofing is essential.
Yeah, like if you think about it, like when I used to sell roofs, and one of my taglines that always kind of got me, because it got me the job, because I would always be dealing up in Toronto. It's very similar to like DFW, where there's no licensing. So fly by
Yeah,
night roofers are real. The undercutting is real. So I was always not the cheapest by any means. I was up with the most expensive. And one of the lines I would always get is like, why is this person like $6,000 cheaper than you? It's just like, well, like, because they don't have overhead, they don't have insurance, yada, yada, yada. And I would stop and go, look, I understand that it's not a sexy purchase. Roofing is not sexy, but know
right.
what roofing is? Roofing is essential, because your
Yeah.
home is your biggest investment. Your roof is protecting that investment. Do you want to go cheap on that? Because everything inside that is about to get ruined if that goes south.
I heard somebody say today, nobody wants to buy a roof. And
No
I'm
one
thinking to
wants.
myself, unless you're me,
Yeah, yeah.
like,
Unless you're roofing nerds like us, I'm like, damn, that's a
like,
sexy roof
can I
over there.
change the roof again? I
Yeah,
know I just got a new one. I just want a new one so I could look at it for a week and a half,
yeah.
like I did my one I got in August. And no, I love roofing, man. And I same, but it's such a hard cost for a homeowner. It's like one of the most expensive things a homeowner can
And they
get.
can't enjoy it like a
Right,
kitchen. They can't
right.
enjoy it like a bathroom. It's not like something
Or
you could have a
dance
dinner
floor.
party around. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But I
Yeah.
always say, like, yeah, you can't enjoy it like a kitchen, but imagine you're having that dinner party in that brand new kitchen, and
Yeah.
then a roof leak comes in,
Sure.
ruins that fun, right? So
Yeah.
let's focus on fixing the thing above our head.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me switch gears a little bit. We're going to go back to Roofer for a few minutes here. But in your own mind, what sets our brand Roofer apart from everybody else?
I think that one of the big things is a lot of people do one thing very well.
Yeah.
Um, like I've mentioned SumoQuote before, they're fantastic at what they do. They
Yeah.
make really good proposals, but Roofr does a lot of things very well. And what sets us apart is two things. Number one, our speed to release. We are quick, we're agile. Our product and tech team is just I second to none. And we know that we've had people come over from other tech companies start working here, and they're like, "Dude, this
Yeah.
is insane how quickly you guys release stuff." It's hard for the sales team to keep up sometimes. But
Yeah.
the
Shout out to
big
the 135 employees at our
oh
company
yeah,
now.
shout out. But the other thing is like we don't release something until we know it's badass, that it's good, that it's amazing, that it's going to not only compete with the other companies out there that do something similar, we're going to like completely surpass it. And that's a big thing about it, right? So like we're not only going to send out stuff quickly, we're not only going to get that, but we do a lot of things perfectly, a lot of things well, and we listen to that feedback and we really
Yeah.
grow that aspect there.
Well, let me ask you a little bit about some of the tools that we do have. Would you be willing to show us a little bit of the CRM? Do you have a demo set up or something you could just breeze through really quickly to show us?
Yeah,
All right.
great question. Let me pop this up here. But yeah, we got a lot of cool things coming out too.
Okay.
Obviously,
You
we
have
have
the
the
present button on your side there?
I do a little plus
Okay.
button there,
Yep.
so that's good. I'm gonna pop this open and just grab a quick spot here. Give me one sec.
So if you guys are at home or you're at work right now watching, Nick's about to show a little bit of the CRM. When we first started out, it was really we were going to be making a bunch of CRM functions, right? Functionality.
Mhm.
But here soon, like it's going to be a full release. Am I right?
Yeah, we're looking at some stuff coming out. Like, if anybody here is coming to RoofCon, I would highly recommend taking a look at it because we got some really cool stuff coming up there. We'll be releasing some really cool things as well
Okay.
when it comes down to our invoicing, our payments, our material ordering, and all that stuff as well. So we got some things on the way. So, but let me jump in. I'm just going to grab an address here so I have it
Okay.
and just go in. All righty.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it as well. I can't wait. If you guys are going to be at RoofCon, shout out to Diego and Hunter for putting on an amazing event this year. I've been definitely speaking with them often about the event. But if you guys want to go to roofcon.com and get your tickets now, I actually think it's free to go to the expo, and then to the speakers you have to pay a price. But yeah, if you're ready, I'm ready, dude.
The just to mention on RoofCon, I go to a lot, and you go to a lot of conferences as
Yeah,
well. You're at one now. It's one of the best for roofers, I think.
yeah.
It really brings everybody in. And also, speaking of Diego and Hunter, they're going to be at Rise, so get your tickets to
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah, I was gonna throw that in just a few minutes, but yeah, I was so excited that Hunter and Diego both said yes to speaking at Rise. I reached out and I was like, Hunter's gonna say no,
It's
but he
super.
but he said yes, so I was excited. He was like, I don't know, man, it's like real close. But I'm gonna add this to the stage now, so hold on one second. You guys check out the CRM here. I'm gonna get myself off this. Actually, I'm just gonna let you have the entire screen here.
Sweet. So what we got going on here is I'll just start off with like the suite of tools. And the suite of tools is the beauty about it is that you start to bring in more qualified leads with our lead capture tool, the instant estimator. You put it on your website, put it on your socials, door hangers, anything like that to really clean that up. Here's my dad's company, and we got another one here where you could actually build it directly into your site as well. And then from there, how it kind of flows is just like a regular qualification question that you'd be asking if you're on the phone with a customer. So from residential, commercial, pitch to flat, doesn't matter. Say how steep is your roof, what's going on there, what you would like to go back with. If you notice, these qualification questions change, like those amount of material shrinks because we only show what you offer because it's fully customizable. Interested in financing, and then they could type in their address. Once they type in their address, it's actually going to capture that roof, give you the rough square footage and the dopamine kick that the homeowners will like to start to separate yourself from the competition. And then they could write things in like it's leaking, please help. these questions are like imperative to start to give you an idea of if this customer has intent, if they're a tire kicker or anything else like that. And
For
then
sure.
we'll tease them a little bit too. Say your instant estimate's one click away, but we're not going to give them anything away for free unless we get something back in return. What do we want? We want their contact information. So the customer could type in their information and boom. Automatically, all your stuff comes up with your pricing. You can do anything at all. Anything that can be measured by square footage. So repair and maintenance, roof rejuvenation, good, better, best, customizable copies, sliders, everything else. And they can click one or multiple of these tools. And automatically, the customer is going to get an email and you're going to get notified that you have a new lead. Cool thing
Amazing.
is you can create as many links as you want as well. So you can actually start to track all your sources. So if you're a TikTok guy like TJ, you got Facebook stuff, you got different locations, all that stuff can be tracked with different pricing, different options and everything.
Or if you're Joshua Keith and you put it on grocery receipts.
Oh yeah. Have it on grocery receipts, grocery carts, all that stuff. It works very well because you can create anything from it.
Yeah.
And then that lead will come directly into a system here where you have a job board where you're able to see everything. I'm going to quickly refresh this to show you how this flows. I got the new lead that's in. I could see how everything's going across the board. And when I open it up, I could see the source of where that instant estimate came from, a recommended price. And if I pop down to the instant estimate part here, I could see everything that they clicked on. So it's not just like an instant quote, it's a qualifying tool. And I also price condition them with my financing, with my ranges. I could boost solid prices as well if I want. It's just a click of a button. So now I can call that customer and match their urgency with urgency. Hey, Mrs. Jones, I know that you had some leaking and you need some help and it's pretty urgent. You want to go back with asphalt and you're interested in financing. Is that correct? Cool. So you can go over, send it to your rep, move that to appointment scheduled, and have instant communication with them right off the bat here. So at Cameron Murphy, oh, that's right, it's just down here. Murphy's appointment is at 12. Go right in here, everything's set up. Now from here, we have our world famous measurement tools, which is our $10 measurements, or DIY reports, which is nice and easy to kind of breeze through. These are anywhere from $0 to $3.50. You can add drone images. And we also have our proposals that are built in as well. What's nice about this is I can then go from a measurement, click on a button very quickly, pick the template that I want to use. So let's just use a good, better, best. Use this template and automatically it's going to take all those values, pull them directly over and create multiple quotes. So in the last 3 seconds, I created 6 different quotes on the spot. Good, better, best, and bestest. I got a replace aluminum upgrade and ridge vent upgrade. All the values have automatically been ported over with waste factor and profitability protection for default and floor margins. From here, I could preview and send it. I'll just do Bob Jones. There we are.
I just realized I was muted. So.
Oh, you were talking. I was talking over you. My bad.
No, it's all good. I was muted.
But you got everything here. You got a beautiful proposal. It's an HTML, so it's a live doc for you and the customer, or you can put a cover photo on there. And about us page.
We've got to stop handwriting contracts, guys. If you guys are seeing this, this was like somebody ended up getting an elite package today or wanting to get on the elite just because they saw how great this proposal tool is.
It makes a difference because you want to leave the customer with value like about you. Instead of telling your value all the time and explaining that, build it out so you can show the value and how everything is going. You could have a good, better, best with a breakdown, descriptions all built in there, coverages, like a sushi a la carte menu for those selections, brochures, specs, contracts, photos marked up and annotate, all that stuff in there. And the beauty about this as well is I can go in and start signing as we go along, and you can see those numbers add up. You can go in and click blue shingles. And when you go in here, you could either type it in or draw it in for those signatures, and it moves like a live document. So you can go through this. Or if the customer's not ready, wants to kind of think about it, not a problem. You can send it off to the customer directly. You have templated email messages that are all set up with financing links. Send it off, and then you will be notified when they viewed it. They viewed it once, 2 times, 10 times, all that stuff. So follow-up is a breeze. And we also have invoices and payments coming out too. So that's a quick sneak peek on that. I don't want to leave you with too much there.
No, that's awesome, man. I really love that portion of it. Tell us. I saw something today. I'm not going to say tell us about possibly like payment systems in the future.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
near future too.
yeah,
So let's use we just talked about it, so let's use
yeah,
RoofCon as like like a point in time.
yeah.
So by RoofCon, you may or may not see invoicing built into your roofer system, payments with some of the best payment rates out there. In there, so you can collect ECH and credit card payments directly in there, in person or over
Wow,
email. Material orders as well. Email communications with the customer based on stages, templates, and all that stuff, one to one there, and a lot more coming soon after that.
that's great, man. You know what? Let me just ask this, and then we're going to go to close here in just a minute. But what are some features that people might not recognize or know about that you talk about often with contractors? They're like, "Wow, I didn't even know that you had that."
Honestly, we used to be proposals.
Yeah,
Proposals, like a lot of people were just shocked. Like everyone knows this as a measurement tool.
right.
That's like when we first came out with that. When we were Instant Estimator first 6 years ago, and a marketplace, and then opened up the measurements. But a lot of people are shocked about our proposal system and how stunning it is, how easy it is to use, and how accurate it is because it ports those measurements directly over. But I would say recently, the thing that shocks a lot of people is I think how the instant estimator to proposals flow, because you can get very accurate data with those ranges as well and be able to shoot that over and really create a streamlined system. So you can go from like picture it this way. One of the guys in Houston that's currently using us does this, where he goes out, door knocks with a business card with QR code on, knocks on the door and goes, instead of goes, "Hey, Mrs. Jones, we had a storm roll by here. You want me to do an inspection for free?" He's like, "Hey, Mrs. Jones, do you know how much your roof is worth? Do you want to find out in 30 seconds?" Flips his phone around. She goes through the instant estimate. As he's still there, he draws it out on DIY very quickly, builds a
Yeah.
proposal, and is there before he leaves the driveway. And that's what people are blown away about.
Yeah, that's really great for all the roofers out there. Man, before we get to this close, tell me, what's one thing that you want roofers to know that's helped elevate our business to where it's at today?
Oh, that's the easy one. We listen. We're not a company that kind of thinks we know how it is. Like, sure, Richie's a roofer, I'm a roofer. We got a lot of roofers on the team. Radford's a roofer, all this stuff. But we don't assume that we know what you guys want.
Yeah,
So we put it out to a lot of testing before. And when you do have feedback, it goes directly to our product managers
yeah,
and they rank it and put it in. The more it gets suggested, the higher it goes up, and we start to get those things into the play. So we don't only appreciate you guys, we need you guys, and
yeah,
we need that feedback. And I love hearing it. I have like an open Facebook channel to people like Trent Bates, Jalen Chris, I saw in the chat there,
yeah,
Amanda, Benoit, all these people. So it really helps out with us building it. John Robinson, I can never
yeah.
forget him. He's
Oh yeah,
he's the G,
the Mr. Roofer.
Mr. Roofer.
So yeah, no doubt, man. Well, it's been great talking to you today. Are you going to be in Savannah or Atlantic City next week
I'm
or
gonna
not?
miss Rise,
Yeah.
unfortunately. I'm really
Oh
excited
man.
for Savannah, and Savannah's just so beautiful too. So
Yeah.
anytime we get to go to Savannah all day,
It's fall
um,
too there, so it's going to be beautiful.
oh, it's gonna be stunning.
Yeah.
But I know the Rise is. I've gone to a couple already, and it's just so cool, so
Yeah.
cool. You and I chatted. It was at the Atlanta one where
Right.
we walked out and everybody was at the happy hour part, and you and I went back into the conference room to get something, and there were 6 competitors
Yeah.
sitting at the table sharing ideas, and it was one
Yeah.
of the coolest things that I've ever seen. I looked at you, I was like, dude, we did it. This
Yeah.
is what it was for. It was to share ideas and grow your companies.
Yeah, I'm excited. If you guys don't know, next week on Wednesday and Friday, we'll be in Savannah, Georgia on Wednesday next week. will be in Atlantic City, New Jersey on Friday. And we're going to have some top-notch speakers like Diego Dante, like Paul Swingle, like Justin Rodriguez. Those are just in Savannah, but also Bob Marsh, Elizabeth Calzadilla. Up in Atlantic City, we're going to have Amanda Vinot. We'll have John Hogan. We're going to have Jim Rubar. Like, I could just go on. The list is just, it's so many great roofers or roofing company owners that will be a part of our event. And we want you to come to it. We want you to come out and learn a little bit. It's $25. It's one of the cheapest roofing events in the industry. But the only reason we charge you $25 is so that we can know how much food to get, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want to waste the food. But man, thank you so much for being on the Roofer Spotlight tonight.
Thanks, man.
I really enjoyed this. And then coming up next week, we'll have Atlas and Josh Vendusky, one of our partners at Roofr. Atlas, a great partnership that's formed there. But shout out to our newest partner, ABC, again tonight. And we'll see you. Just give me 1 second, Nick, and we'll go to close in just a second.
Sweet.